Recording. Okay, so it's going to be a political topic, and the topic is little tough. If you're unaware about this topic, just go with the meaning of it, right? Have 3 minutes, note down your points, whatever the best points you can give into this discussion, and then I will, everyone, both of you have to speak for minimum of 2 minutes and maximum of 3 minutes, right? So it will be 2 to 3 minutes you have to speak, and you have to introduce, then what does it actually mean, and then you have to conclude it out. Clear? And the topic of today
Yes.
is like neighborhood first policy. Neighborhood, it's a tough one. I'm repeatedly saying you, I'll explain you a bit because if you're unaware, neighborhood first policy. Now, what do you mean by neighborhood first policy? You know, like we are in close connection with Pakistan also, China also, then you have Sri Lanka also, all the neighboring, you can say, countries. So it is always that you have to make good relations. If you are at a home also, if you have your home, right? So whatever you have is your parents, everyone would like to have, like, who are your neighbors? That everyone wants to know, right? And it is very important. Like even if you live in a society, your neighborhood should be your friends to help you out in thick and thin, and rather than you can say noticing everyone. So it was a policy that our neighborhood, it should be first that we should have good relations with them. We should prefer it out with them. So you could discuss 2, 3 countries, 4 countries, how like Maldives relation with India, then you could discuss Sri Lanka, then you discuss Pakistan, China, how the relations are changing. You know about changing relations with Pakistan, with the, you can say China also, it has been changed a lot. So why it has been changed, who was in the favor of it? Because it's a tough topic. It was a topic of your choice. Many students are missing today. So think about it, what you can say on it. Like a very start, I would say this is a very important topic of discussion. Then you go with some of the pointers, discuss like what does the meaning of neighborhood first means, like having close connection and good immediate relations with your neighborhood countries. And our current prime minister, everyone was in favor of it. And then you discuss with 2, 3 countries of how many countries you're aware about. Okay, travel, tourism, import, export, terrorism, good relations, bad relations, whatever you want to discuss, right? So that was a heading, and you will get brief of it, how to introduce it out. Yeah. So it's 3:16 by my side. I'll give you till 3:19 or 3:20 the timing, and just note down your points, right? Then you have to.
Okay.
Yeah, don't Google it out. That's for sure. Karthik and Raju, both switch on your videos. I don't want anyone to Google, right?
Okay.
That should
Yeah.
not be done.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So already we have more than 3 minutes, right? So I guess, can we start now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so who's going first? Karthik, you want to start or Raju, you want to start? Raju, I think you should because you are already there in the discussion.
Yes,
Okay, so let's start with the discussion now. Yeah.
okay, good morning, friends. Okay, good morning, friends. 1 minute. Okay, good morning, friends. I take the initiative to start the discussion. Today's given topic is neighborhood first policy. In my opinion, it is very important and interesting policy. We have our neighboring countries like Bhutan, Nepal, China, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka as well. In my point of view, you have maintained a good relation with neighboring countries. It helps in imports and exports, and in the people who are living in the border areas, they will also have a secure life as well. So I invite you all of you friends to share your opinions.
Raju, it's a debate. You have to just speak your points, cause, prawns, everything. You have to speak for continuously 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We have our neighboring countries. In our neighboring countries, we have maintained with good relation. For example, Bhutan, we import the power from Bhutan to make a good relation. Even we supply power to some other countries. In the same way, you help Sri Lanka in the time of their economic crisis. And as well, we are all know the Pakistan. At the starting, you have very not that much good relations with Pakistan. But in my opinion, if you should make it some discussions, it will make good discussion. It will better the border people. And one more country is Bangladesh. We have very long border with Bangladesh and has a good relations. So it and our foreign minister Sir Jaishankar. So he is also a good person to make the best policies. Okay.
That's all? Okay. So, Karthik, you just start.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Karthik. I would like to point out few points which Raju said correctly, that we have to maintain good ties with the neighboring countries and all. Well, it doesn't only depend on one party. It depends on both parties as well. Like we have seen many situations like India-China issue, India-Pakistan issue. Well, in earlier days, it's not good with India-Bangladesh, but in the recent times, we have seen the collateral, ties. We have got, port auction in the Bangladesh as well, which was initially drafted for China, but somehow we got it as we had a nice ties, which helps in restricting the colonizing, not exactly to say colonizing, but the one which is exploring the weakest. When we take care of our neighbors, which we form as a barrier, which helps us in protecting ourselves from the other powers like China, especially in the recent times of support. And coming to other ties, we have maintained a good relation with Pakistan from our side to be, in the same pace. We have, provided some aids when it is in crisis. Nonetheless, we have expressed our, stand on terrorism. It's true, but we still help Pakistan and other countries when it is needed our help. not to forget that. But it's from their side, we need to have a standpoint that we need to have a neighborhood first policy. When we I'm sorry, when we look at it, house level or in a societal level, we do have friends and family as our neighbors. We do have have nice connections with everyone to ensure that if we are not at home, the family members will be safe, or they will come in need to our aid in the time of crisis and all. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Just have water.
Really? Actually, I just had allergy. It's been a month.
Okay, yeah.
I'm on a course. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the distance.
Okay, so see, both of you, it was a tough topic, though Raju knows very well what kind of topics we do practice and GD, right? So Raju, was it a tough one when compared to others, or it was easy?
It's also a tough one.
Tough one? Because you only demanded, all of you demanded that you want some of the political and economic results. I think I changed the time from 1 to 3. That is why many students pop in at that time and they don't even know that new time is this one. So first is, whenever you discuss, it's about neighborhood policy, and it can come in the terms of like, how can you maintain healthy relations with your neighborhood countries? Like this GD topic can come in 2-3 dimensions. You have to prepare it accordingly. Now, very first, just like when you just start with your discussion, you name all the countries which are, you can say, the neighborhood ones, like Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Nepal, China, Pakistan. So you will say that this is neighborhood means that all the ones we are surrounding the territory of India and all. So first explain the term. I told you. I just gave you a very normal discussion. Like Karthik also started, he just started with the pointers. Right? So you have to explain the idea, like it's a new concept for you, neighborhood policy, some even are not aware. So we'll say even our Prime Minister Narendra Modi and all that, everyone promotes the idea of neighborhood policy where everyone states that every country should be in harmony of each other, harmony with one another. But first, the preference should be with the neighborhood ones, because as it was mentioned by the Karthik also, like at the time of crisis or something, the neighborhood countries come in the support of at the very fast. Or even you can say, Raju pointed out, like import, export are good options, like where you can have it at a very marginal prices. Because when you're importing with the neighborhood ones, the prices and export import, this would be reasonably less than compared to other countries where you have to stretch your barriers, right? So here, first you have to name them the countries. Then when it comes to both the side relations and all that, like why we are not able to maintain healthy relations with Pakistan and Afghanistan? What is the reason? No, none of you pointed it out. What was the reason? We all know. A kind of, you can say, terrorism attack and all that. Like some of the this last year also, we also had some kind of a surgical attacks and strikes. Yes. And all things were done, right? So you could mention in that run that every time we try to, after 1947, there were some kind of disturbances, though the healthy relations were tried to maintain. But due to some of the recent attacks, we have lost good relations with Pakistan, right? So that is why you're not in a good relation with Pakistan. China, we all know at the last year that whosoever will be in the connection of China, and China is supporting Pakistan, or Pakistan and China, they're very good relations with one another. That is why India has got this disturbance. So you need to highlight out. It actually checks at how much you're aware about the political issues or the current news which is going in the passage of time, right? So that is why you have to mention, like in the China also, there was lots of after COVID impact, and many countries which are supporting because of China, because many have breaks their ties with China's import and export. That is why also you can say one valid reason is that we are not able to develop good relations with China. Coming to other countries like with Sri Lanka, we are able to restore our friendship. Nepal, we are helping it out in a good way. Myanmar is there. Then Maldives with the tourism facilities also been provided. So India has a good funding. Here you need to reflect some of the economics and political terms. You are just explaining it in a family way. That's not needed. Okay, so have some inputs, and this is a very strong topic. Now, tomorrow also I'll give you a very tough topic, but it is always a fun when there are a number of people in the participation. At least 3 should be there in the group discussion. Today we have a few numbers, only 2 were there, so we could not enjoy the discussion, right? So tomorrow I'll just pop in the evening time only and provide you the evening time where you can have discussion of this topic. Plus note down this topic or Google it out on your information also, like what extra things you could have. And if this topic comes, anything related to neighborhood policy or neighboring countries relation or some country arise there, so just have, if you're not aware about the recent projects which are going with the foreign countries, at least be aware about the attacks with Pakistan, China, why we stopped good relations with China, who is connecting China and Pakistan developing good relations. Sri Lanka, we are trying to restore the relations. Myanmar is there, then Nepal is there, Bhutan is there. What are the, you can say, restoring of the friendships? Nepal currency is there, then Bhutan, how you're helping it out. Myanmar, they are very close connections and they are sharing the border of, you can say, they are within the India only, right? So that is what you have to share and just have a little bit of information so you are able to cope up at the best point. Okay, so Raju, have a conversation. Karthik, first confirm if you are to be in GD or no, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can understand, like you can just check it out if you are there. So most welcome. You can have everyday discussions with us or group discussion. And we have already covered lots of topics so far. So today it's for a very tough one. We have already entered in the tough phase. Just confirm and I'll drop the message tomorrow in the group. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Raju, take care.
Okay.